Hi everyone, welcome to Super Kalam. Economic Survey 2026 is finally out, and we all know that it reflects the performance of Indian economy in the last 12 months. Basically एक mirror है हमारी economy का, and after that the budget will be released. Basically for the next few years or for the next 12 months at least, what are we projecting, what are we going to do, what are our plans for Indian economy's growth, that would be presented in the budget. इकोनॉमिक सर्वे इंपॉर्टेंट क्यों है? बिकॉज हुआ क्या है अभी तक इंडियन इकोनॉमी में? इंडियन इकोनॉमी हैज बीन थ्रू, वी नीड टू नो दैट एज सिविल सर्वेंट्स, यू नीड टू नो दैट. और आपको पता है ये सर्वे एंड बजट सिविल सर्वेंट्स ही ये रिपोर्ट्स तैयार करते हैं, तो आपके लिए ये समझना बहुत जरूरी है. एंड फॉर प्रीलिम्स एंड मेंस, अंडरस्टैंडिंग द डेटा, यू डोंट हैव टू क्रैम द डेटा, डोंट वरी, वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू डू दैट, but how to interpret it, that is the key. So in this session we are going to understand not just the survey, but we are going to analyze the survey in the most fun and simple and easy way possible. After this session I want all of you to attempt the test of economic survey. The link is given in the description box. और ये बताना session कैसा लगा, ठीक है? Let's start. Right. The first very important aspect that I want all of you to understand about this year's survey is that there has been a shift which has been noticed from earlier surveys. पहले के जितने भी सर्वेज आए हैं ना, दे हैव फोकस्ड ऑन ग्रोथ, दे हैव फोकस्ड ऑन नंबर्स, डेटा, रिफॉर्म्स, वेलफेयर. तो मोस्ट ऑफ द पॉजिटिव साइड्स they have reflected. This year the survey is quite different, because this year the survey is not descriptive, it is very strategic, it is very argumentative. Why strategic and argumentative? ऐसे बहुत सारे पॉइंट्स, डेटा फिगर्स पॉइंट आउट किए सर्वे ने, जिसपे खुद गवर्नमेंट भी बोल रही है दैट वी नीड टू शिफ्ट आवर पर्सपेक्टिव ऑन दीज एरियाज. किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड स्कीम, सॉइल हेल्थ कार्ड, वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस ऑल ऑफ दैट, डोंट वरी. But what is the central idea of economic survey 2026 this year? That India का जो macro strength है ना, overall strength है, it is no longer enough in a geopolitically fractured world. We can see now there are so many wars, there were so many wars which we noticed and witnessed last year, and so many geopolitical shifts which are going on, specifically Venezuela, Iran, US, जो भी issue चल रहा है, tariffs, whatever. सेंट्रल आइडिया इज अभी हम उतने स्ट्रांग नहीं है कि इस जियोपोलिटिकली फ्रैक्चर वर्ल्ड में एकदम खड़े हो सके. सो व्हाट टू डू फॉर दैट, what to do to develop that strength, that is also pointed out. That is why I said it is a very strategic and argumentative. अच्छा बुरा सब रिफ्लेक्ट हुआ है, प्लस बुरे को अच्छे में कैसे कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, बुरे को कैसे ठीक किया जा सकता है, वो भी रिफ्लेक्ट किया है. The state capacity, manufacturing, competitiveness, external surplus, strategic resilience, all of this have been discussed in this year's survey. So basically you can see बॉडी बिल्डिंग करते हैं ना, तो हमें पता होता है अपने बॉडी में क्या कमी है, पहले यही सर्वे में दिखाया गया है. Now India is very strong, very sharp, very smart. We know what is wrong with us and how to correct it, and that strength is reflected in this year's survey. Now very important narratives have been reflected in the survey, which is survey में बहुत specifically कहा गया है that manufacturing is greater than these services for currency and state capacity के लिए मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर को ज़्यादा लीवे, ज़्यादा फोकस में डाला गया है. ओके, सो वी आर गोइंग टू मेक नोट्स राइट अवे इन द क्लास इटसेल्फ. क्लास में ही बैठ के नोट्स बनाएंगे, सो दैट यू डोंट मिस आउट ऑन एनी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट और एनी इंपॉर्टेंट ऑब्जेक्टिव. ठीक है, सबसे पहले लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड फ्यू थिंग्स विच हैव बीन पॉइंटेड आउट in the economic survey. First thing is that we have presented a very strong argument that currently the service sector is institutionally shallow, and our focus on manufacturing exports or manufacturing sector is very weak. So we need to focus on manufacturing exports, we need to discipline the state, we need to make sure कि हमारी currency stable है. We also need to make sure that we focus on logistics, skilling, regulation reform. So basically this puts the clear ideological position of the survey that we are now going to be more focused on something which has a very in-depth basing, manufacturing sector, जो एक्चुअली में ग्रो कर भी रहा है और कर सकता है. इट हैज अ ह्यूज पोटेंशियल टू ग्रो इन द फ्यूचर. दिस इज द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट वी हैव नोटिस्ड इन द सर्वे. The second thing that basically survey is pointing out towards is cost of capital. कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल सिर्फ मॉनेटरी नहीं होना चाहिए, स्ट्रक्चरल भी होना चाहिए. India's high cost of capital currently is because of our current account deficit, which is persistent. कम ही नहीं हो रहा है, लगातार बना ही है. Because of our dependence on foreign savings, बिकॉज अभी राइट नाउ देखो, वी आर नॉट सेइंग दैट इट इज जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ आरबीआई पॉलिसी रेट्स, इट कैन बी बैंक इनएफिशिएंसी ऑल्सो। बैंकिंग सिस्टम के ऊपर भी बात की है सर्वे ने। सो हाई कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल इज नॉट जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ वन फैक्टर, इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ मल्टीपल फैक्टर्स एट मल्टीपल लेवल्स। सिर्फ मॉनेटरी टर्म्स में वी कैन नॉट कैलकुलेट इट। एंड नेक्स्ट पॉइंट दैट द सर्वे इज बेसिकली फोकसिंग ऑन इज स्ट्रेटेजिक रेजिलियंस। ये तो हाईलाइट है हमारे सर्वे का कि हमको स्ट्रेटेजिकली बहुत रेजिलियंट होना है। From import substitution, resilience comes, and which is indispensable part of our economy. Basically, this reflects our India's long-term development doctrine. अब हम long term सोच रहे हैं, not short term. Now, because these are the three major pointers in the survey this year, let us now understand some key terms which have been, pointed out in the survey. Before that, third important aspect is that we have also focused on in entrepreneurial spirit, entrepreneurial state, business, startups, that the state must avoid negotiated protection. State has to act under uncertainty because economic uncertainty hai hi hai, but we have to enable our risk taking. We have to learn and course correct. जो faults हो रहे हैं उससे सीखो और उसको ठीक करो, and this should not take much time. So these are the pointers in the survey. Now let us understand some key terms which have been pointed out. Basically, first key term is potential growth rate. What is potential growth rate? Basically, it is the maximum sustainable growth, that the growth that you can sustain, the growth rate that an economy can sustain without causing inflation. प्राइस राइज या इन्फ्लेशन कॉज किए बिना मैक्सिमम कितनी ग्रोथ रेट है जो हम सस्टेन कर सकते हैं, जो एक इकोनॉमी बनाकर रख सकती है. सो द सर्वे बेसिकली सेज, राइट इट डाउन, दैट इंडियाज पोटेंशियल इंडियाज पोटेंशियल growth rate has been revised to approximately 7%. And this potential growth rate of India is basically, write it down, driven by first infrastructure expansion, and second supply side productivity gains. These are the two reasons because of, behind the potential growth rate. Potential है हमारे अंदर, ठीक है, it is not fixed potential. And you have to understand that we are focusing on non inflationary growth. Inflationary growth की बात नहीं हो रही है यहाँ पर. Okay, now second important key term in the survey this year is supply side reforms. What exactly is supply side reforms? क्या होते हैं? Because these are the terms that they can ask you in interview, in mains. So basically it means, write it down, reforms that increase, write it down the definition, productive capacity. अपनी इकोनॉमी के रजिस्टर में लिखना, ठीक है, not demand. The reforms that increase the productive capacity, not the demand, the capacity. इसके examples क्या हो सकते हैं? Examples are simple: logistics, example can be skilling, example can be ease of doing business, example can be infrastructure, right? These are the examples. Basically the survey says that India's growth resilience comes from supply side strengthening than the fiscal stimulus. पैसा डालने से ग्रोथ नहीं होगा, आप सप्लाई साइड को स्ट्रॉन्ग करो, ग्रोथ होगा. Growth is not dependent on money, it is dependent on strengthening the supply side. Okay, demand stimulus basically should be avoided and focus on increasing productive capacity. All right, अब एक बहुत important term है in this year's survey, which is, write it down, second important term, cost of capital. What exactly is cost of capital? Structural cost of capital का मतलब क्या है? Write it down, the real cost of borrowing for firms after adjusting for risk is known as cost of capital. सो बेसिकली इस बार सर्वे ने एक बहुत बड़ा आर्ग्यूमेंट डाला है. राइट इट डाउन, सर्वेज बिग argument. What is the argument that the survey is presenting this year? The argument is that India's cost of capital, COC, cost of capital, okay, it is structural. It is not monetary, it is structural. Why it is structural? Due to many reasons. क्या reasons हैं? First reason is persistent current account deficit. Second reason is our dependence, on foreign savings, foreign savings. Third reason is currency risk premium. This is the third reason. You need to know these reasons for both prelims and mains. This is not mainly due to RBI rates or banks, because देखो यूपीएससी ने गोल्ड लाइन यहाँ पर लिखी है, राइट इट डाउन, विच इज लोअर इंटरेस्ट रेट्स alone alone cannot sustainably cannot sustainably reduce India's cost of capital. We have to also make sure that we reduce the current account deficit, that we reduce our dependency on foreign savings, that we reduce the currency risk premium. Only that can help in structurally bringing down the cost of capital. Now here another important question is, ma'am, what is current account deficit? अब ये current account deficit क्या होता है? So write it down. when a country's when a country's imports plus the outflows exceed exports plus the inflows, that gives us current account deficit. And the survey says that current account deficit is not just a trade issue. ये सिर्फ trade का issue नहीं है. It also affects, write it down, it also affects cost of capital. It also affects our currency's stability. It also affects our investment decision, because अगर deficit में चल रहे होंगे तो decision कैसे ले पाएंगे to invest, right? So you have to link current account deficit to capital flows to risk premium to growth. अगर current account deficit is less, capital flows will be less, risk premium भी कम होगा, growth बढ़ेगा. ओके, यहाँ तक पॉइंट क्लियर हो गया सभी को? ऑल राइट, नाउ आई टोल्ड यू ना दैट आर सर्विस सेक्टर इज इंस्टीट्यूशनली शैलो इन द स्टार्टिंग. व्हाट डज दिस मीन? इसका मतलब क्या होता है? लेट अस हाईलाइट दिस. इसको हाईलाइट कर लेते हैं. इट मीन्स, राइट इट डाउन, दैट ग्रोथ that does not force deeper reforms in land, labor and logistics. That means that the sector is institutionally shallow. Okay, the service led growth is called institutionally shallow because it bypasses the physical and regulatory constraints. All right, अब next question is, what exactly is strategic resilience? इसका मतलब क्या होता है? It means, write it down, the ability of an economy to withstand external shocks without collapsing. That is the meaning of strategic resilience. Okay, तो basically हमारा plan ये है कि we need to do import substitution, which will bring strategic resilience, which will bring strategic indispensability. हमको isolate नहीं होना है. No, write it down, no isolationism. ओके, यहां तक पॉइंट क्लियर हो गया. एंड व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ स्ट्रैटेजिक इंडिस्पेंसिबिलिटी? चलो इसका मीनिंग भी लिख लेते हैं. इट मीन्स, राइट इट डाउन, बिकमिंग सो क्रूशल और सो इम्पॉर्टेंट टू द global value chains that others cannot afford to exclude you. इतना इंपॉर्टेंट बन जाना कि आपको कोई अफोर्ड ही नहीं कर सके निकालना बाहर. ओके, सो द सर्वेज विजन, व्हाट इज द सर्वेज विजन दिस ईयर? आई एम गोइंग टू राइट इट डाउन. सर्वेज विजन is that India must aim to be trusted globally, to be competitive globally and to be unavoidable, that nobody can decide to exclude us. Okay, तो ये तो बिल्कुल ऐसे मटेरियल हो गया. ओके, नाउ अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट हैज बीन रेज्ड. इंपॉर्टेंट की टर्म्स के अंदर एक और टर्म है जो रेज किया गया है. ठीक है, व्हाट इज दैट अनदर टर्म? दिस वाज टर्म नंबर 2, दिस इज टर्म नंबर 3. दिस इज, राइट इट डाउन, entrepreneurial entrepreneurial state. What does this mean? First of all, let us understand what it does not mean. What it does not mean. तो क्या मतलब नहीं है इसका? स्टेट ओनरशिप नहीं है इसका मतलब स्टेट ओनरशिप. ठीक है, इट डज नॉट मीन सेंट्रल प्लानिंग. ऑल राइट, नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट इट मीन्स. फिर इसका नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या आता है कि फिर आखिर में इसका मतलब क्या है? व्हाट इट मीन्स. सो इट मीन्स a state that takes risks, write it down, takes risks under uncertainty. It knows that things are uncertain but still it is willing to take the risk. A state which enables innovation, a state which learns and adapts, that is entrepreneurial state. The state should enable market, write it down, the state should enable markets and not replace them, that is the meaning of entrepreneurial state. यहां तक पॉइंट क्लियर हो गया सभी को? ठीक है, नाउ देयर इज अनदर टर्म विच हैज बीन मेंशन्ड विच इज जनरल government deficit. What is the meaning of this term? It means the combined, write it down, the combined fiscal position of center and state, that is known as combined the general government deficit. Okay, and there is a warning that the survey has given. What is the survey warning here? Write it down. It is that the state level fiscal populism has been given. It raises sovereign risk, and also it increases the borrowing cost. You have to remember that markets don't look at the center alone. ठीक है, now there is another important term which has been mentioned in the survey, very important term, although it is nowcasting models. This is a new term which has been mentioned. It means, write it down, using high frequency data to estimate real time economic activity. ओके, सो बेसिकली सर्वे क्या यूज करता है? सर्वे यूज करता है basically this nowcasting model is used. It is used why? To monitor movement. Momentum means movement, and also to improve policy response. That is why this model is used. ये conceptual prelim question है. ठीक है, अब एक और important aspect है जो आप बोल सकते हो, you can say that has been raised. These kind of technology which has been used, ये वैसे हमारी meteorology में use होता है nowcasting model, but now they have included it in economy also. This is an improvement. This is something new in the survey. Now we have understood key terms mentioned in the survey this year. Now let us summarize and analyze the survey. Now let us understand how the survey sees India's economy. एक diagnosis कर लेते हैं. First of all, let us understand what is working absolutely well. Our growth movement is intact. Okay. Second, inflation is broadly under control. It is broadly under control. Core inflation जो है वो कम है. So write it down over here. Core inflation is low. Headline inflation की भी बात की है, तो different types of inflations are also important to study. Then second is, next is banking sector. Banking sector is healthy. Okay. Next is public investment. Public investment is also strong. Then our infrastructure is expanding. Infrastructure भी expand कर रहा है. So basically we can say that India is not in crisis mode. हमारा भारत crisis mode में नहीं है. That is a green flag. Okay. Now let's go to another important aspect. अब समझते हैं that what is the real concern then. अगर सब कुछ अच्छा है तो concern क्या है? ठीक है. So write it down. What is the real concern? Real concern as per the survey. So first important aspect is, this is where UPSC is also going to focus. यहाँ UPSC भी focus करेगा. Write it down that the survey repeatedly flags three structural constraints. So what are these three structural constraints? First is external vulnerability. External vulnerability. Okay. What is that? Abhi humne just now we have studied persistent current account deficit, dependence on foreign capital, currency volatility risk. Second is high cost of capital. Now this is not because, write it down, not because of RBI rates, but due to current account deficit, due to risk premium and global uncertainty. Is that our manufacturing base is very weak. We need to make sure that we need to stabilize our currency, make sure our logistics are strong, because manufacturing आगे जाकर service से भी ज़्यादा strong होने वाला है. Okay. Now the main question is, what kind of survey is this? So first of all, write it down that this year's economic survey, it is not scheme heavy. It is not welfare centric. It is not data dumping, and you don't have to memorize data, please. ठीक है, ये गलती मत करना. This year's economic survey is argument driven. Write it down. It is argument driven, and this is the best kind of surveys. जब आप आर्ग्यूमेंट को ड्राइव करते हो ना आगे, जब आप आर्ग्यूमेंट रखते हो, यू फाइंड आउट द फ्लॉज, यू फाइंड आउट द सोल्यूशन, दैट इज द बेस्ट काइंड ऑफ सर्वे. इट इज स्ट्रैटेजिक, इट इज जियोपोलिटिकली, राइट इट डाउन, इट इज जियोपोलिटिकली अवेयर सर्वे. It is also structural in approach. And UPSC will not ask what does the survey say. UPSC will ask what does the survey argue and why. Okay. यहाँ तक point आपको याद रखना है. So we have discussed a lot of things in this year's survey. Rest of the things we are going to understand through the summation PDF that I have created with the help of our entire team. All right. So this is a very beautiful document that we have prepared for all of you, summarizing the entire economic survey 2026. Before we start analyzing deeply, you need to first install Super Kalam's app. इसको फटाफट install कर लेना. It is available both on Google Play Store and App Store. Okay. And also at the end of this session, there is going to be a test from this survey. The link is given in the description box also, but you can also scan this QR code to give the test. Okay. Because when you study something and then and there you give a particular test, you understand कि हमने कितना समझा, how much you have understood, and you also understand कि how UPSC looks at these documents, these surveys, the budget, etc. Okay, let's get started. So basically, in the document that you will be given on a Telegram community, link is again given in the description box. We have summarized each and every chapter, चाहे वो मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी हो, लिक्विडिटी मैनेजमेंट हो, डिमांड कंपोनेंट्स का ओवरव्यू हो, सब कुछ हमने बहुत अच्छे से ब्यूटीफुली समराइज किया है. नाउ लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड. व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट इकोनॉमिक सर्वे, वी ऑल नो दैट इट इज एन एनुअल डॉक्यूमेंट, एक तरीके का रिपोर्ट कार्ड है इंडियन इकोनॉमी का, बिकॉज यू विल गेट टू अंडरस्टैंड द लास्ट 12 months हाउ आर इकोनॉमी परफॉर्म्ड, एंड बजट बेसिकली इज द फोरकास्ट ऑफ द कमिंग 12 months. Okay. Then definition. What exactly is economic survey? It is a review document. What we have achieved so far. What are the loopholes? How are we planning to, strengthen them up? Then it is prepared by the Economics Division, Department of Economic Affairs and Ministry of Finance. And it is prepared under the supervision of Chief Economic Advisor. So Chief Economic Advisor is the spine of economic survey. Okay. नाउ हमने यहाँ पर हिस्टोरिकल एवोल्यूशन, द एंटायर ओरिजिन ऑफ इकोनॉमिक सर्वे हैज बीन कवर्ड वेरी ब्यूटिफुली ओवर हियर. Okay, then we have compared budget with economic survey. So this is again very important for mains. Then what is the basically snapshot of our economy in the last 12 months, that also we have covered in the document. तो basically ये document पूरा एक summation है आपको समझाने का कि how economic drivers have been summarized. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर हम यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स की बात करें तो द स्टेटस ऑफ इकोनॉमी इज स्ट्रॉन्ग. what has been the reason why? Because of AI investments, because inflation basically is remaining sticky above 2%. Why China area is weak economically abhi right now? Because of deflationary pressures, property crisis chal raha hai wahan par. So everything has been covered. A holistic, you can say, comparison has been made by the government in this economic survey. यहां तक पॉइंट्स क्लियर हो गए सभी को? ओके. Now here, these are the important terms that you need to understand. First of all, let us understand what exactly is headline inflation. So what exactly is headline inflation? Let us understand that. Write it down. It is measured by tracking the price of a fixed basket of goods and services, like food, like fuel, like clothing, like housing, etc., or transport. So in the simplest terms, you can say that headline inflation tells us how expensive life has become for a common person or a common man. That exactly is headline inflation. अब देखो इसके अंदर why common person? Because it is including goods and services of fuel, clothing, housing, right? All the other items. So basically it is reflecting, write it down. It is reflecting what people actually feel in their day-to-day life or expenses. Okay. And in India, it is usually measured, write it down, it is usually measured using CPI, Consumer Price Index. So headline inflation basically is the total inflation in an economy measured by changes in the consumer price index, including the volatile items like food and fuel. Food and fuel are volatile items. ठीक है, यहाँ तक पॉइंट क्लियर हो गया? So we have understood headline CPI inflation. Now what is fiscal deficit? Fiscal deficit is asked a lot of times by UPSC in prelims examination. So when we talk about fiscal deficit, again it is, write it down, government's total spending minus government's total income, but you need to exclude the borrowings. Okay, for example, government is earning rupees 100, ये आ रहा है. Government is spending rupees 120, ये जा रहा है. Fiscal deficit would be 20 rupees. This 20 is borrowed. And why does this fiscal deficit occur? Because of welfare schemes, infrastructure spending, defense, salaries, interest payments, etc. Okay, so it is expressed as percentage of GDP. ठीक है, ये पॉइंट आपको याद रखना है. Similarly, what is अब next question is what is GNPA ratio? This is very very important. ये prelims के लिए important है. GNPA ratio basically tells us, write it down, tells us how bad a bank's loans are. Okay, it is portion of total loans that are not being repaid. So basically it is equal to gross नॉन परफॉर्मिंग एसेट्स. ओके, ये पॉइंट आपको याद रखना है. सो दिस इज हाउ वी हैव समराइज द इंटायर बजट, सॉरी इंटायर इकोनॉमिक सर्वे एंड इट्स फाइंडिंग्स through the help of beautiful diagrams and mind maps in one particular PDF, and this PDF is available on our Telegram community. तो आप वहां से इसको डाउनलोड कर सकते हो. ठीक है, सो दिस वाज द इंटायर यू कैन से इकोनॉमिक सर्वे इन अ समेशन फॉर्मेट फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू. एक समरी फॉर्मेट में आपको समझाया है कि क्या प्रॉब्लम्स पॉइंट आउट हुए हैं एंड द सॉल्यूशन ऑफ दोस प्रॉब्लम्स विल बी एक्सप्लेन्ड इन द बजट. Okay, so it is an review of economic performance and policy recommendations. Thank you so much everyone for participating in this class. There are so many schemes which have been, you can say, highlighted in the economic survey, so make sure that you go through those schemes. वैसे तो separately I will create a class on schemes only, okay, from the survey, but this was an analysis of the overall understanding of the survey.